Something about late May in Lamorinda always feels like the switch flips. The weather gets good, patios fill up again, and suddenly there's something happening every night of the week. This is Lamorinda Life. I'm Rajiv, and here's what's worth checking out around Lafayette, Moraga, and Orinda this week. We've got free movie nights, food trucks back for the season, live music, a big anniversary party at Headlands Brewing, and a crawfish boil coming to Moraga. So, if you've been meaning to get out a little more locally, this is a pretty good week to do it. Starting Thursday night, one of the easier community hangs of the week is Taste of the World food trucks over at the Orinda Community Center. It's exactly what it sounds like. Rotating food trucks, outdoor seating, people wandering around with kids and dogs, and honestly, just a really relaxed Lamorinda atmosphere. Good option if you don't want a full sit-down dinner and just want to grab something casual outside. Also Thursday night, the Orinda Theatre is doing a free screening of Raiders of the Lost Ark. And honestly, the Orinda Theatre is one of those places that's easy to take for granted until you actually go again. Seeing an old Spielberg movie in a real historic theater just feels better than streaming it at home. This is probably perfect for families, but also anyone who just wants a nostalgic night out without spending much money. Then Friday night, DSB, the Journey Tribute Band, is playing the Orinda Theatre. If you grew up around the Bay Area, Journey songs are basically built into the local DNA at this point, and tribute bands can go either direction, but DSB has a pretty strong reputation for actually sounding close to the original Steve Perry era stuff. So if you're looking for something lively but easy, that's probably the move Friday night. Saturday is probably the biggest local event day. Headlands Brewing in Lafayette is celebrating 5 years at their beer garden, and honestly, it's hard to think of many places that became part of the local routine faster than Headlands did. It's one of those spots where you always run into somebody you know. They're planning a special beer release and a few surprises throughout the day, but mostly it just feels like a good excuse for the community to hang out for a few hours. Saturday morning also has the Orinda Farmers Market, which feels like it's finally fully back in spring mode right now. Peak produce season is starting to show up, and with the weather this week, it's probably worth getting there early before it gets too warm. Then, Sunday morning, if you're into cars, even a little bit, Le Pit Club is doing their Lafayette and Moraga pit stops again. Think casual cars and coffee energy, interesting cars, espresso, pastries, people talking shop in parking lots for way longer than they plan to. Even if you're not a hardcore car person, they're honestly pretty fun community events. One thing I did want to call out this week is how many local events are leaning into outdoor community spaces again. Food trucks, beer gardens, farmers markets, outdoor music nights. After a pretty cool spring, this feels like the first real stretch where Lamorinda settles into summer mode a little bit. And the weather's cooperating too. We're looking at mostly upper 70s and low 80s through Memorial Day weekend with cool evenings pretty much every night. A couple quick hits before we wrap up. Canyon Club Brewery is opening early on Memorial Day, with Los Roqueros starting at 11 a.m. and Cousin's Maine Lobster later in the day. Second Line Pleasure Club is bringing a New Orleans-style crawfish boil to Canyon Club on Wednesday, which honestly feels very random for Moraga, in the best possible way. And if local elections are on your radar, May 26th is the last day to request a vote-by-mail ballot for the upcoming measures, including Measure H, Measure I, and the Contra Costa County sales tax measure. That's it for this week. If you want the full event calendar, local news, weather, and everything else happening around Lamorinda, you can subscribe to the newsletter at lamorindalife.com. And honestly, this feels like one of those weeks where it's worth getting out somewhere local, even if it's just for an hour. I'll see you around town.